Alright, I'll share my Twitter. Alright, thank you. There's no place read the description. moon start. Hi, Scorpio. What's going on with you? I was just talking about you. Not in this particular situation, but what's up? Hi, Kimberly. How are you, Kim? He said, I'm all over the place, but been to myself these past 3 to 4 months. Good things and bad things, I'm sure. Because I'm trying to imagine you not associating with anyone, and around month 2, starting to get a little itchy. Itchy for some, not drama necessarily, but for some type of attention. Okay. Some type of attention. Maybe a little, something here and there. But I think that it's good that you detox. Let you know that, at the end of the day, if it's been that long, let's regroup. How can we go about this in a healthy way? He said, I just washed my hair, it's long as fuck. Keep going below. I feel like there's symbolism in there. He said, you already know. Yes, I do. Like I said, I've been talking about y'all. For some reason, y'all been on my mind. So, Scorpio's got to be the main energy for that. Y'all got to be doing something, popping through some type of way. It was almost an expectation. And similar person, something similar along those lines. That's what I just told you. It's an attention deficit. It's like, it's not because you all dried up and shit like that. You're dry by choice, right? I just wrote a card even that says kind of like single life by choice. Well, it's not even just about romance. It's also about friendships as well. Taking a distance, taking a step back from shit that has kind of rocked your world more recently in the anger category and the stress category. But having nobody around you that kind of just accepts the fact that you are, you don't like drama, okay? You like a little attention here and there. You like to hear yourself talk here and there, but you don't like that shit. You don't roll with it. You don't roll with those punches. You just want your own life for once to hold that real quick. It's understandable. It's just how far will you go? Will you separate from everyone? And that's okay if you do. Like I said, that's your choice. It's all up to you. It's lonely. It's lonely at the top. It really is. You want to come up in other ways, but just it feels low to me. I don't know why. I keep feeling like a gut wrenching feeling where it's like, why is nobody talking to me all of a sudden, right? It's like you haven't been talking to them. You haven't been returning their texts, their calls, their feelings and emotions and the things that they've been possibly waiting for, the things that they usually would drain out of you or suck out of you or force you into. And now that you're not responding, you're like, oh shit, I'm missing something. But the reality is, what you're missing is a healthy relationship, not these people. You're not missing these people, and you're not missing what they've done for you, or to you, or around you. You're just missing a healthy relationship. One that you may have never had, but dreamed of and wished of. Isn't it okay to dream and wish in that? Like I said, it's lonely at the top. Imaginary friends. Could also just be a little nasty. A little mean lately. Low mean, just a little mean lately. A little vindictive, that's it. Just a little bit, but that's Scorpio. What can you do? I was happier off of social media. That's good though. Like I said, healthy boundaries, healthy coping mechanism. Lonely, yeah. Understandable, though. Why you would want to take a step back, and even though you're starting to feel a little hole somewhere, You're doing the right thing. Just want to let you know that. You're going in the right direction. You deserve time to yourself to unwind and focus on what does Moonstar want today. What does Moonstar want for these next couple of months? What does Moonstar want forever? Once upon a time in a land far, far away. Oh, absolutely. You know it's that type of vibe, though. It's like the fairy tale type vibes. Absolutely. I pick up on people that, like, this is the energy I was picking up on earlier when I was trying to post my fucking videos, but they wouldn't go through. So I took that as a sign that I need to get on here first and talk to people's energy, and then the readings will make sense afterwards. So there's this energy I was picking up on institutionalized, and not even like the prison. It's like not even the prison lineup type shit. It's being a prisoner in your own life. Being a prisoner because everyone makes you out to be the scapegoat or the enemy. It's like you one or the other. You cannot be, middle ground. You can't be just like cordial or an innocent bystander. You have to be involved or entangled in other people's lives in some type of way, because that's how they make their lives interesting. That's the only way they make their lives interesting. It's by drama. It's hard for them to view you as a person who doesn't want to get involved, because you stay involved with them, right? Because you stay talking to them. So they drag you along. And even when you say, no, that's not what I want, they say, yeah, that's what you want because you choosing to be around me. And they say, oh, well, you have a choice. And in reality, you're sitting here like, well, without you, like I won't have a friend, or without you I won't have the same like light in my life, and this and this and that. But does that light, that small tiny bit of fucking light that this person is giving you, is that really fucking necessary? Right? Can't you make light for yourself, babe? Like, can't you start a fire on your own? And I know most of y'all be like, fuck no. Some of y'all can't have sex on your own. You need some type of physical affection, and one night stands make you uncomfortable. You need a little emotions in there, and that, this and that. But how about you start getting emotionals for your left hand type shit? Start getting emotions for you in your body. Like, stop prioritizing others over your sexual needs and physical wants and emotional wants. Buy yourself a fucking special toy and name it. Buy yourself something special. Okay? I know how rough it is, because, believe it or not, even though I'll be talking, talk is cheap, right? The only reason why I be saying this is because I've been feeling the same way. So, low-key, y'all, I can't even, and I'm not even going to talk about myself that way. I'm just saying, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Them feelings, you know what it is. Let's stop being sweet and docile. I hate that shit. I hate that little sweetheart bullshit. So I'm not trying to have a collection of toy with names, but I'm saying it's just creativity, right? Maybe just make the most out of these little small things that you feel like you can barely do for yourself. At the end of the day, codependency is a bitch. If you feel like you need, there's a necessary evil, because a lot of people feel that way when they get into sexual relationships, or romantic or even platonic relationship, friendships, right? Or special friends. They feel like there's obligation there, and because someone needs them, that's why they feel special. It's not even about the sex, it's not even about the romance, it's not even about the friendship. It's because someone needs them and wants them in their life. That's how pathetic it gets down to, right? That's what it boils down to, for real. And I'm saying, it's some real sad shit. It's lonely. It's a real lonely life to live, because when they decide they don't want you anymore, and they toss you out of the motherfucking rattlesnake pit, where you get eaten alive by everybody else type shit, and it is what it is. Like I said, you just keep going and going and getting bitten. And then you come crying to me. Like I said, I'll talk you out of it, but at the end of the day, you can't keep going out there. You gotta pack on the armor type shit. And I'm not talking a wall armor where you gotta start building yourself up and looking like someone you're not, or acting like someone you're not, or talking like someone you're not. Talk is tough, right? But if you bark like a fucking dog and don't bite like a motherfucking dog, what the fuck is the point of being a dog? Right? Some pussy ass got your tail between your legs, running around type shit, running away from people. What the fuck is the point of being a dog? And those of you with timid dogs who act more like cats, y'all know what I'm saying. Okay? They like little lap dogs, right? Even though they big, giant fucking German Shepherd type. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay? Docile creatures. If you feel that you're docile, that you're sweet, that you're smart, that you're capable and intelligent, you don't gotta act like a bitch or a bastard. If you're just naturally a bitch or a bastard, by all means capitalize off of that, but also make sure you include some of those sweet parts. It's a perfect balance. You need both. You need this to be able to set the boundary. You need both. Gotta start like getting into the mindset of, you know, if somebody has triggered me in some type of way, not only do I need to defend myself, but I also need to communicate it correctly. It's not that you're trying to get revenge or trying to hurt somebody. Like I said, the vindictiveness. If you have heavy Scorpio in your chart, guess who does? My ass. You know what I mean by vindictive. Exactly what I mean. Okay? And I'll explain this to those of you that don't got the fucking hearing aids turned up type shit. When someone triggers you and then you are trying to get them emotional or trigger them on purpose, okay, when you're trying to push their buttons on purpose, it's an act of revenge because you feel slighted and spotted, but you don't want to bring up the direct reason because you feel like the person that you love or the person that you care for should already know why you're bothered. They should be able to read your mind because you're like that. You're a fucking psychic. You can look at somebody and be like, oh, I know you're bothered, or I know you're terrified, or I know you're uncomfortable and anxious in that. That's what you feeling, right? But Scorpio, you gotta understand, not everyone can read your mind. You have play a good poker. You like a joker, poker. You play a good clown. You gotta know that. You already know that. You play you're incredibly emotionally intelligent and intelligent, just in general. So you already gotta know right out the gate, being vindictive or acting out of revenge or saying like, oh well, you know, I mean, I'm just gonna say this to press somebody. It's not helpful. You know that. That's why you communicate first before the vindictive pieces come out. You communicate, hey, like this shit bothers me for real though. Don't worry about hurting nobody's feelings, because if they love you, if they fuck with you, they ain't gonna be hurt when you say you bothered. Right? Y'all should be able to talk it out. If it becomes a match of like who bothers who first and who done this, who done that, then you already know that shit is unhealthy, right? You already know the shit is unhealthy. They can never own up to something that they've done. Naturally, Scorpio, the only time you turn to revenge is when you feel like you're cornered and have nothing else to turn to. But I'm telling you, there is another way. There is another way. Stop acting so scatterbrained, acting like you don't know this. Y'all already know that people is gonna fuck with you because you are sweet, because you are kind, because you are important to them, because you show so much care and so much attention to detail for these folks. You already know, right? Because you're so obsessive with them. You already know that they're going to play with you, right? You already know they're going to step over boundaries and do this and that just to test your loyalty. But, you know, that's where I say, you know, standing up for yourself in these situations instead of, like I said, getting revenge and trying to, like, compete with a person is so important. And I feel like, y'all, it's so difficult. It's so hard to ignore the words that somebody says, especially when they're trying to trigger you and hurt you. But just know that you always have the right to walk away, regardless of how you feel about someone in that moment. Whether you love them, hate them, you know, whether they vilified you and treated you like shit, you always have the right to walk away, no matter what. It does not matter how serious that situation is. If someone's getting your motherfucking the stank ass breath breathing up in your face, and trying to force you into some type of confrontation that you don't need, that you don't not want, you always can back away from it. If they never made you feel comfortable enough where you can state your peace, state your honor, okay, state your situation, state how you feel, then they don't need your feelings at all. In fact, they don't need you. Because you come with the feelings. You are the entire package. You are not part of the package where you just left your feelings at the fucking doorstep and you just something to step on. You more or less like you're a welcome mat that goes on the inside, which doesn't even make any fucking sense, right? You're like, shouldn't the welcome mat be like as you? I don't know. I've always had a porch, so a little screen, a little porch, but the welcome mat and whatever, like. I'm just saying. I feel like the welcome mat should be as you step into the fucking home, not outside the home. It's like, what are we gonna just whisk them out on the porch? We'll keep you right here. You stay right here. You sit down right out here. Welcome, welcome. This is the outside of my home, and you stay right there. Comfort level, and maybe that has something to do with what y'all been dealing with too. Is comfort in your own home. Maybe there's a lot of discomfort. Maybe there's a lot of discomfort with what you call yours. Okay. Because if some of y'all have nothing, then what do you call yours, right? If some of y'all feel like you have nothing, but like this, listen to me, right? I'm that type of. Thank you, Kimberly. So do I. Thank you, Kimberly. Like I said, but if I were to prefer one, it would be the indoor one, because that is when someone's walking into the house, right? That's where people say home sweet home, this and that, right? They live, laugh, love, like fuck all that. I'm saying. Welcome home. Welcome into my humble abode. You're stepping through a threshold, through my front door, Not on the fucking, I'm just saying. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? I might be just talking about my ass. Y'all already know what's up. But y'all, comfort in your own home, your humble abode, is way more important than what you give it credit. Some of y'all like, this is just a place to fucking sleep. At the end of the day, when I'm knocked out from work and this and that and going out to drink and this and that, you're not prioritizing your environment, your physical surroundings, okay? And as habitual as a Scorpio usually is in cleanliness, I think organization is where y'all lacking. Organization is where y'all is lacking. Okay, it's like you might be cleaner than a motherfucking whistle, and you're still sitting here looking at this room, and you're like, what is wrong with this fucking room? I don't understand. Why does this drive me so fucking crazy? What is wrong with my car? Like, why the fuck does it look like that? I can't understand why the fuck it's bothering me so much. It just is. It drives you fucking crazy. It drives you up the wall. You're like, I hate this goddamn car. But it's the only thing I can afford, and da-da-da-da. No, you could probably pawn that piece of shit you were there forever and get something brand new, a brand new set of wheels, something sexy, something smexy. I know you gotta go through the whole paperwork, you gotta go through the whole loan system, this and that, but at the end of the day, it's something that you are going to use. It's not like you borrowing the shit. It's not like that shit's about to, implode and explode as it hits your driveway. It's just purely the fact that you need something new to fucking work on. Stop being so obsessive over the old rust bucket, right? And then when you look at your goddamn fucking house, and when you look at your room, when you look at the decor, when you look at things that you are supposed to call home, this is where you fucking lie your big ass head. This is not just some fucking, I come home and then I leave the house and I'm not even there half the time. The reason why you are not there, right? The reason why you feel like you in a motherfucking padded cell every time you go home is because everything in that bitch is making you uncomfortable. And some of y'all only have control over your room, right? You don't have control over the whole house. You don't have no direction in where that goes. But even in your own room, you can make that bitch feel so much like home. That's your den, B. That's your fucking den. That's your spot. That's your place. That's your position. That's where you sleep. For some of y'all, that's where you eat. I don't know why you be eating your bed. For some of y'all, that's where you fuck yourself or get fucked. That's important. That type of care is important. That's health. That's healing for some of y'all, right? Sleep be healing for some of y'all. Okay? What about the fucking pillow that you haven't replaced in, what, forever? The bitch with holes in it. And I don't want to know what you've been doing with her holes. I'm just trying to let you know it needs to be fucking replaced. What about the fucking sheet? Well, I like the silk sheets and this and that, but there's a big fucking stain on the bitch. Well, I mean, I don't want to replace my bed, even though it feels like I'm laying on a ton of fucking bricks. I mean, there's no point. I just replaced the bitch. But my point is, it's uncomfortable. It fucking sucks, and it literally lumps in so well with your fucking depression. You mask the fact that you are uncomfortable so well that you don't even really feel nothing anymore. Even when you wake up in pain, even when you don't be like, when you can't even look around your goddamn room, when you can't even look around your goddamn house, you're like, fuck this shit, I'm out. You say, alright, I'm gonna go out, Jink. Alright, I'm gonna go get this and that. I'm gonna smoke my motherfucking shit away. Fuck you, you know? I'm too broke to deal with it. Y'all, please, at my brokest, and I'm not trying to even get it on my life like that. I say at my motherfucking brokest. When I was dead broke, had barely $1 in the account type shit. No, we got a little bit more than that. But like I said, that brokest. Goodwill. You know, all them motherfucking names, the antique stores. I'm saying, there is so much out there that y'all have never ever laid your fucking eyes on. I know it's from the 80s, alright? But if it's beautiful and you like it and it's something you infatuated with and you just can't get that shit out your mind, you're like, I saw this lamp the other day, or I saw this ashtray, or I saw this pillow, I saw this bed the other day, and I wanted so motherfucking bad. Save up your fucking money. Stop buying the extra, you know, puff, the extra gunk. Like, stop trying to suppress it and just pay, like, buy what you want. Even if you gotta do that shit in increments. It's what you need. It's not just what you want. It's a comfort thing. You need to feel comfortable and you need to feel accepted into your own home. Otherwise, that bitch will spit you the fuck back out. You understand me? That's how people get evicted. They stop taking care of their home because they can't even feel at home, right? Or the fucking landlord is a piece of fucking shit, right? The landlord don't do nothing around the motherfucking house. Yeah, you know, when you ask him, it's like, maintain what you got at least. I know some of y'all are trying to just move. You're trying to get out the fuck out of there, get it out of your hair. You're never gonna worry again. But hear me out. This is something you've never ever felt comfortable in. Okay? And you gotta stay there for another 6, 7 months, up to a year, 2 years even for some of us, right? Make it your temp cave. Make it your bear cave, baby. Like, I understand it's not exactly what you need in that motherfucking moment, right? It's not what you want in that moment. And we are a little selfish when it comes to what we want. We should be. But I'm saying, comfort at least in your own fucking room where you lie your beautiful fucking head. Where you close your damn eyes and you unrest, you take out all the shit, all the weight from the rest of the world. You should at least feel comfortable and loved and accepted into your own sheets. Okay, I swear I love the 80s. I adore the 80s. I adore 80s music. I adore 90s music. I adore 70s music, okay? But most of all, I love 80s style. I love retro colors. It's beautiful to me. I thought about actually painting my living room retro. I'm not the most. I could say I'm all old. I got a little art in me, right? But trust me when I say I'm gonna messy nigga. I'm messy as fuck. Okay, but I want to so bad that I'm going to just do it. I'm purchasing the fucking paint. I'm waiting for the shit to kind of roll over when it comes to this shitty ass weather. It's just been way too goddamn cold. Doesn't even make any sense because usually May is like it's a little heated and then it's rain. How you feel, Liz? I'm for the 80s big hair and I feel it. You know what I mean? If you're not doing the most extra type shit, then what the fuck is you doing? If you're not doing what you love, then what the fuck is you doing? Them color schemes, though, to me are, you know, they give me a hit. They definitely give me the hit. So I turn my music back on. But if y'all been wondering, you're like, oh my god, like what is wrong with me lately? What is driving you crazy is your environment. And sometimes it's people in the environment, and other times it is literally the environment. It's the shit that you never even really thought about, like the dying plant on the table, or, you know, the fucked up furniture, the curtain, and this and that. You know, it's the little things that are starting to get to you, bother you, make you itch, make you feel, you know, very, very, very dirty, filthy. Even if physically you are the cleanest motherfucker. Okay? Self-care includes what you surround yourself with. Absolutely. Some of y'all just trying to run and get the fuck out of there, but you're moving way too fast and you need to save up the fucking money to do that. And so in order to save up the money, make yourself happy right now. And then you won't be spending so much on extra shit in order to suppress that need, that want, that claw type shit. That where you're trying to claw your fucking skin. I just feel like we really don't think of these things because we out here trying to make money. We are out here trying to make ends meet. We out here trying to be secure in ourselves. Physically and emotionally, but we just don't include that piece on the physical. And I just, you know, I watch occasionally some tarot readers and such, and I feel like we just go around and around in circles, like over and over again. We talking about this relationship shit, that love shit, you know, family betrayal and this and that. Like I said, you know, when I did my most recent readings that are posted right now, there's other ones that I have not yet to post that are a little different. They built a little different, but you know, to me it just feels redundant. Like, when are we gonna stop focusing on that and start focusing on us? For real, for real. I feel like we gotta stop focusing on these fucking freaks out here that want reactions. They want closure. No, they want you to be on your most triggered state all the time. CPTSD. That's what they want. Be back in time. Or submissive under them. And for those of you that thought when I said submissive that I mean sexually, that's for you. That's for you. Okay. For those of you when I said submissive, you thought like submissive abuse type. Also that. Both of those things. Both of those have extreme meaning in the PTSD zone for you. So you absolutely can. Thank you for asking, by the way. You say you're gonna make me cry with all the facts tonight. Like I said, I've been feeling the energy so heavy that I just had to say something out. And I was saying a little bit earlier that it just feels like I have to. The reason why my readings were not going through was just that I need to talk. to some folks. I feel like I just gotta talk to them, and then they'll understand the readings a little bit better instead of feeling maybe a little bit attacked. Because that's not what I'm trying to do. My mission is not to attack anybody. Alright, 3-card reading. I'm trying to figure out which stick I'm going to use. I think we'll do 3 of these, 3 of these. Yeah. He said it was just 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. So it's rare I catch you on live. Yeah, because my shit be so wishy-washy right now. It's not linear because it's not summer yet. Spring sometimes is the fucking work. You know what I mean? No, I'm not going to say it's worse than winter time. Trying to wake myself up. Alright, 1. We're gonna take that one back and see if it comes back out again. Even to being worried about it like something is gonna happen. That paranoia is exactly the shit that I'm talking about. I've been feeling pretty, for the most part the same way for these past couple of days. But a lot of it I feel is suggestive, where it's kind of like my guides or some type of energy be telling me, hey, like, this discomfort you feel or this hatred that you feel towards very small, minuscule things, it can be sorted pretty simply. You just actually, when you think of something to do, it's like, don't think of it as a waste of time or extra fucking curricular. It's something that you need. The reason why you keep paranoia, thinking about it is because it is something that you definitely need. It's not because you're like, oh my god, maybe I'm just bored. No, it's not boredom. It's genuinely like, it brings bliss. It brings the serotonin piece that you look for, basically, within every other aspect of your life. So it's the same thing. I mean, 6 of Swords, Moon Star. He said, I'm out. Okay, we got the same fucking card. 6 of Pentacles. Okay. And 6. Are we gonna get 666? We got 668. But I feel like the other 6s here somewhere as well. Let's see. 7. Okay. So they did skipping the other 6 because I feel like that's something you're ignoring. So we have 6 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, and of course the emotional piece is something that you're trying to leave behind. Let me tell you something. When you are choosing versus allowing others to choose for you, how does it feel? And yeah, I am genuinely asking you that question, but I'm going to keep talking as well. When you are allowed the choice to choose what happens around you, to dictate, to control, how does that feel? Because when you previously had let things get wild, let things get out of control, let things get heated, let yourself be angry, oftentimes it feels like for no reason, but there is truly a reason, and this is because people purposefully try to pack that in, They try to trigger you and traumatize you in order to keep things interesting and dramatic. Like I said, the drama thing is the biggest thing that we're picking up on for all of Scorpio. But I want to center this around your own personal experience with people's. You're special, right? And you say special things to special people type shit. It's like the loving and peaceful part of you wants to be accepting of everyone's everything, wants to maintain almost like other people's sanity, where it's like you kind of forget that you need your own box of fucking sanity and that you need your own break and your own, like, I feel like your own cell in a way. Because even if you do end up feeling lonely and empty a little bit, it's like you need that. It's a reset. It's a hard reset for you. That's what you kind of always needed, you know, especially as representing the death card in the zodiac. You guys need death. Consistent reminders, consistent, not trauma always, but stimulation in order to realize your worth, okay? And sometimes your biggest faults, right? You need consistent stimulation in different ways. It cannot just be the same drum over and over and over again. Now, that can apply in many ways. That can apply sexually, relationship-wise, and home-wise, and everywhere, right? Because if you're not stimulated by your environment, stimulated by your love life, stimulated by your own, I guess, thoughts, it's more or less there's a creative side to you that needs to be quenched right now, Moonstar. It's like you just aren't feeling the color pattern. That's the way I can describe it. It's like, you know, when people put paint on a fucking tray and they kind of like, they're looking at it and they try to mix the colors together. They're like, this and this makes this and this, and it's just not adding up like that. It's not mixing together the way that you want it to. Okay, it's frustrating, very, very frustrating, because I feel like you've sought this for so long. You look for this character, I think. You know, I want to say it's character. I can't say you're looking for another person. I think you're honestly looking for yourself. And here's the trick, right? When you are inviting someone into your romantic life, your friend life, or even your family life, right? You're inviting them to be closer to you. Initially, the impression that you be wanting to give, right, is a talkative, free, open person. You know, nothing to hide, nothing to lose type of individual. But I feel like the person that you present is actually quite quiet, unavailable, not emotionless. You're still emotionally beautiful, but it's like people often believe that you're looking at them as lower or lesser than you, which is not true at all. It's actually quite the opposite. It's fear that kind of dictates, I think, what temperature you're going to show somebody, right? And so I think you look into people and you look into romance and you look into your future, and you absolutely are manifesting something that you want for yourself, but you're only manifesting it in one motherfucking basket. So in romance, okay, because we keep coming back to romance, you're looking for a person who has all these qualities when realistically you yourself want these qualities. It's like you're looking to almost like learn from somebody, even though you would never really admit that. You would never admit that you're trying to learn how to have fun or learn how to, you know, celebrate life with somebody. I don't think you would initially admit that, especially to the person that you're talking to or people that you're kind of, you know, influenced by. But I do believe what you're looking for is someone to tell you what's what, who's who, how is how, and why is why. Okay? I do think you're looking for a teacher in the romantic lane. That's why you keep running into these more know-it-all, say-it-all, I am all, you know, I am higher than God type people. Okay? If you're wondering why that also trails over to your friendships, I want you to know this. Often Scorpios, they chase a very mystical side of person. They chase the people that they fall in love with. Okay? Friendships included. I'm saying, even if you're not even attracted to that particular gender or that particular person in the physical, you've fallen in love with that person. That is for certain. That's why everyone gotta say, well, Scorpio is just so promiscuous. No, it's just that Scorpio knows what they attracted to. They know what they love within a person. They don't have to fuck the person or be romantically tussling with the person in order to convey that. They are comfortable with a certain level of intimacy that other people might not be fucking comfortable with. Okay, let's be real. A lot of your friends probably don't want to fuck you, and if you do surround yourself with people who want to fuck you, then I say that's another issue. That's another problem, right?
Because then you just kind of, it's like the attention seeking behavior, it's the wanting to be felt up, wanting to be intimately physically free. But that's a you problem, right? You should not need that type of hype to feel good about yourself, or at least to admit that you dislike certain characteristics and you're working on them, right? Okay, so you see right now, unless we get back to the focal point, what you're seeking out is a teacher. And I understand how hard that is for you to admit or even look at face fucking value, because let's be real, you feel very alone in this world. Actually, you feel very lonely. No, you feel like the only person that's ever really going to understand you is you. Okay, that's how you be feeling. You said not that type of friend. Well, I'm saying when you truly give yourself to somebody, friendship or romance included, you have fallen in love with them. You've become obsessed with them. And I know Scorpio is like a certain type of space that's like, you know, give me space but also give me attention at the same time. Does that make sense? Right? Give me space but like come back when I say so. Come around me when I say. You know, only when I say. Right? It's like that. Okay? It's a very creative way of boundaries. And a lot of you guys do not have many boundaries. And when you do try to set them and make them, you've already crossed so many with each other that it's fucking insane. You know, you've already become so obsessed and so involved and so in love with the idea of being around each other that it's kind of already broken. That like to create any walls or boundaries at that point in time, it's already just been, it's been what it's been. Okay? It's been what it's been. I think a lot of you also wonders that I don't think you know what actually makes you tick. Okay? And what I mean, I guess tick would be like, I don't think you actually know what angers you or what makes you draw away from people. I genuinely believe you are completely clueless to the idea. You say I didn't notice that clearly till now and I just read it. I don't think you notice or know what truly bothers you about humanity, right? It's not even a humanitarian question. It's more of like when you get personally involved and interloped with certain connection, there's a certain drawback. The reason why you cannot fully commit, right? The reason why there's no full commitment across the board for you. The reason why the fear sets in, you know, there's like a certain expectation I feel that you have. It definitely carries over from childhood, carries over from family, carries over from the, you know, I'm always being judged, I'm being put under a microscope, you know, they're looking at this part of me, that part of me, this and this and that. And when you feel uncomfortable, when you feel scared and insecure, you know what you do? You pull back. Okay? You like to run. And not a lot of people like to pin you down. Let's be real. That's what you need though. I'm gonna be real with you. When you're out here looking for someone who's more can celebrate fun, have fun with you, celebrate emotions with you, when you're looking for someone to travel with, to help understand your pain, your pleasure, this and that, what you are looking for is someone to hold you down and say in your face, it's okay. Okay? We okay, Scorpio. We okay, Lone Star. Like, it's okay now. Right? You're looking for that person to be like, listen to me. I understand that you're bothered. I understand. But you want someone who's going to chase you out that fucking door. I know you say, when I want space, I want my motherfucking space. Right? But this, to me, is a boundary created out of fear. It has nothing to do with how, people actually feel about you, or even how you, at times, you don't even know how you feel about yourself. I genuinely believe that you're not even doing this without even fucking realizing it. I genuinely believe that whatever this boundary is not going to last in the future, especially when you find this person who's meant to pull you outside of that bubble and kind of shake you. Sit there and fucking shake you and be like, Moonstar, wake the fuck up. Like, what are you doing? Right? That's what you need. A smack in the face a little bit. And I don't need someone literally doing that, okay? Unless you like that. I mean, no, that's not appropriate. That's not appropriate. We stand away from that. None of that in the even in the 6th lane, right? You got to kind of lean away from that, because when it comes down to it, you know how obsessive some of these people that you be dealing with is, though, and you know that they carry certain things outside of a sexual relationship that should not be outside. Physical space matters a lot to Scorpio. You don't like someone closing around your neck like that, right? In a public position, or in a position where y'all just chilling at home, or in a position where you're not really feeling that sexual. You just want to chill. You want to feel beautiful without the fucking, oh my God. Okay, can't say that on YouTube. It's comfort level, right? It's comfort level. You need someone to shake you and tell you, Musar, you're good. You're not doing. What are you doing? Why are you running with your tail between? Why are you running away now? It doesn't make sense to me. Explain to me why you feel this way. Explain to me why you feel like you need to run away instead of telling me this. Explain to me why your discomfort makes you want to hide from me. Okay, because the truth is, this person, like I said, that's coming, that's meant to rock your world, shake your shoulders, is going, this person's going to make you pissed. They're going to make you mad. And the only reason why they're going to make you mad is because you're scared. Because you're scared of someone getting too close to you, and you're scared of the fact that once they start coming into your personal, mental state, that you will show them a side of yourself that ain't too pretty, that ain't too cute, that's undesirable. Because, like I said, it comes from the parents, it comes from the family. The fact that you feel undesirable and like nobody can take care of you, that nobody can love you appropriately, nobody can give you what you want, basically. All of these things that you kind of say to yourself subconsciously they're fear. They're fear-based. They're not real. Okay? They're not real. And it dictates your love life. It dictates who you're going towards. Okay? It dictates, your whole entire life, basically. I mean, friendships included, family included, and the whole nines. It's running your life right now. And that's why that back away, when you, snatch yourself up and back up and you're like, fuck this, I'm out. That's why that's necessary for now. And I'm saying for now because, like I said, you're not yet used to the person coming in and shaking your shoulders. You're not used to that, calling you out in your bullshit, basically. But I'm not saying being abusive and being like a pestering experience. I'm saying this person is making you feel heard, but also explaining to you that they are not bothered by your actions and not bothered by the fact that you have discomfort, but they want to make you feel comfortable. You know what I mean? They're actually trying and asking you questions and being more forward. They're taking a forward approach. That's very sexy to you. It's very attractive to you, and you're gonna figure out why. Okay, you're gonna figure out. It's a trauma response, but in a way, it's like once you do wake up, you're gonna wake up for good. That's why I'm letting you know right now, Moonstar. Once you do wake up from this long ass motherfucking dream, it's going to be for good. You're never going back. That's Scorpio rules, right? That's Scorpio rules. We ain't never going back. And that's the death card. Okay, transformation. Ain't never going back. Okay, death, right? Ain't never going back. Hi, Nate. Nate the Bay. We about to get some rain.
You're welcome. I can't give you one more card to tell you what's coming in the future. Just because I feel for you. I think this is very interesting because, like I said, this is something I was just talking about earlier with somebody. Okay, yeah, people don't understand who you is, and you should not fuck with people who do not understand who you are. You said your friends, your real friends, understand that about you, that you need, like I said, you have the space to run, like you need the space to run. But what they also don't understand about you is that you also need a person here to shake your motherfucking shoulders and wake you the fuck up when you acting unruly, like an unruly toddler type shit. Kind of crying in the corner and going off on your own because you're a little mad at everybody because they're not respecting you in the ways that are necessary, right? Be able to say those words, okay? Don't push yourself to be an asshole. You don't need to do none of that. That's not required in these situations. Communication is required, and I think it takes the step of somebody doing that for you, opening a lot for you, even if that's not like, oh, that's a romantic or a forever home type shit. You just need someone to tell you, hey, we good. And honestly, that sounds like a therapist to me, even. So I mean, if that's not, look. You got the sun. That's happiness. That's love. That's control. That's infatuation. This is like the law of attraction type shit that people be talking about, and I hate that. I hate that statement. I really do, because to me, the only law out here that triggers the shit is you. You the law around these parts. Okay, you the sheriff around these parts. That's the only time that shit happens. The only time you feel magnetism towards something is if that's truly what you want, even if that shit is subconscious. It's got nothing to, it doesn't even have to be on your mind type shit. Your subconscious will go towards shit that you fiend for, that you need in your life. Because you yourself know already what you fucking need. It's just the steps to get there is a little fucking rocky. And you might slide down the motherfucking cliff regularly, right? But that doesn't mean you're going to be doing those same steps fucking forever, right? You're going to change it up. You're going to change the game. Don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to be rescued, is what I'm trying to say. Because I know nobody's been in your motherfucking corner. I know no one's appreciating you. I know no one's ever seen these parts of you before. And you're scary. You feel naked, right? You feel naked. You feel naked and afraid. But at the end of the day, allow someone to save you for once. Allow somebody to help you learn for once. Okay? You're going to learn a lot about yourself, because there's a lot of Scorpios struggle with identity issues, just like Aquarius. Allow it. Stop playing. Yep, Rapunzel, let down your hair. You're right. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, a lot of the time we feel like we fight the good fight because we're keeping the fight to ourselves. We're not really like vocalizing the anger, the bothered feel, the low key like where you're not trying to fight nobody. It's like the energy is tough. It's very tough. It's very cutthroat. And Scorpios are the people that be sometimes the most vengeful, the most vindictive, the most scary, honestly. Y'all scary to disappoint. To other people are constantly feeling like they're on glass because they're scared of disappointing you. And they know low-key that they can't even control that, right? They can't even control that. Or the only person who can control that whole factor is you, by communicating that you're uncomfortable, or communicating that they're not doing something. They doing something a little shady. You know what I mean? That's the only way. Yep, you gotta let that 42 inches down. Rapunzel. Definitely been having a damsel in distress vibe lately. Absolutely, right? That's Scorpio talking. I don't know. Let me see where Scorpio be here in this. Goddamn. Let's see where she's sitting. Come on, Scorpio. What they trying to do with shit? Where is dude, they're crazy with that. So these were already done, went all the way up and back down to calm again. I love that you have control of yourself in these moments, especially the ones where, like I said, I'm telling you what it is, and you know at the end of the day that's why you felt the anxiety, whether you accept what's going on in your chest or your subconscious or not. You know that's what's up, and you know low-key that if you trust the process, what I want to say is intuition, but to be honest with you, it's literally just trusting yourself, right? It's not letting yourself go. That's what I want you to understand. You are not letting yourself go anywhere. You have complete and utter control of whether you want to give yourself away to anyone or anything, any opportunity, even work-wise, right? You have complete and utter control. Do not forget that. I'm not pissing you when I say that. I'm letting you know you have control of it. I promise you. You guys are the biggest control freaks of the fucking zodiac other than Virgo. And I'm letting you know it's okay. There's no 50-50 drawback from, for once in your life, letting yourself loose, right? Letting your hair down, letting control go over there for a second. So you can just enjoy yourself, enjoy someone's presence or company, and then when they be pissing you off, you don't gotta run nowhere. In fact, you could just say, actually, you're really pissing me off right now, and I'm gonna let you know why, right? It's not that I'm telling you to change yourself. I'm just letting you know I'm uncomfortable, and so if we respect each other, if we fuck with each other, then I need you to get me on this point. I need you to accept that, right? And low-key, I feel this person that's coming. It could be a Leo. I mean, it's possible that the sun sign actually stood for a person. But I feel like it is a personal. Like, I feel so strongly about that. Whoever this is coming in to put their finger in your face, I feel like it's a human being. I feel like it's a real human. Hey, Malibu. Yeah, so they said it could be a Pisces, could be a Capricorn. Said jokes aside of here, could be a Capricorn. We is like that. They said it could be an Aquarius. I'm saying, I know a lot about them motherfuckers. I'm sitting here, but this is this is normal. I want to let you know that this is normal. It's okay. It's a part of the ups and downs piece of accepting yourself. It is from neglect and abuse and this and that. But not even focusing on that part, not even looking at that part, you got work to do. And the work is a lot easier when you just let things go. I'm not talking about letting, like, oh my god, this person hurt me, they did this and this and that, and they fuck with me. Don't even let those situations go mentally, right? Because you need those for future reference, for when someone's trying to do the same shit. Don't forget that, right? You're like, well, I never want that to happen again. The only way really truly is to look out for certain signs and flags in there. But what I'm trying to say is let go of the
heavy revenger vindicting emotions, where you want to plot, control, revenge, when you had no control over the situation at all, and what that person could have done to you, or what the situation that happened at hand, you had no control. Allow that to sit in. You had no control. The last two guys that wanted to kill me. Okay. okay, I understand. Okay. Maybe not like that. Maybe I know you're looking for the daddy, right? You're looking for a father. But I'm saying maybe not that type. Maybe the lean needs to be towards a softer individual. Maybe a little bit softer than that. Maybe they don't want to strangle you and toss you in a ditch somewhere, but they do still tell you like it is, how it is, and don't belittle you and make you feel small. How about that? Malibu, how are you? How you doing? New style, you know that I know what's up. I know what's up. People get infatuated. They do. Believe it or not, you are an attractive human being. This is not my first fucking rodeo hearing that from a Scorpio. That is definitely not the first and not the last. That situation. I'm going to tell you something. It's the same over here in this boat. You're just going to read me to filth. It's the same over here in this boat. When I was looking for, that one, the one female type shit. Yeah, I ended up with someone. Several someones. Trying to kill you. There's no shame in it. It wasn't something you can control. It's not something you wanted either. I'm stressing, but it's retrograde. How are you coming down from my stress? My stress started just before retrograde, and then it started to calm down after, or kind of during, I guess. And so I say, I'm almost out the pasture type shit. I'm almost out this bitch. Just kind of like going with the flow. Needed a little relaxation time from humanity. The roller coasters. The spiciness. I guess it more or less, I've been just feeling very tense lately. And I don't want to project that onto on here, right? Live, but also the other people around me, the tension, until I knew what was causing the tension. And then once I found what was causing the tension, now it makes sense. Now it all makes sense. Nothing personal, though. That read was good, though. Yeah, it was. It definitely was. I will absolutely take a few notes from that as well. It's always something I need to hear when you do this. I'm grateful to always catch you. You always catch me. You realize you always catch me too in the right moments, for sure. No, not Gemini. It is the Roman numeral for the number 3. 3 is not only my lucky number, but it's also just something that means a lot to me. 3 is a dosage that I understand. It's not something that, like, I guess a normal person would get. I
not even normal. It's just I think it's the repetition piece. I kind of been obsessed with that number for a long time. Now I do love Gemini though. Don't get me wrong. I love all the signs for different reasons, but I do absolutely love my Geminis. Y'all know how to riff it. Y'all know how to joke. Y'all know how to play. The humor is immaculate. The twins are immaculate. Y'all know how to catch that bag. The magic number. You're right. Yep. To me, the representation of 3 is one. I have 2 siblings. You know, I'm not the third, but I feel like it. It's personal things. It's personal things for sure. Definitely. I'm just irritated, frustrated over finance and this job not making enough, and overwhelmed with emotion, crying, everything. Snotty nose hate my life in this population, but I don't want to stay a victim. I have things to say. I mean, but it's not really within your choice at this time, right? And I think retrograde brings out these feelings of like discombobulated strings of like, I need to do better for myself and for my kids and for really not even for myself. Like, let me take myself out of the situation. It's more like, I need to do better for my kids. I need to do better for everyone around me. But doing better for yourself is like the hardest thing to do. Does that make sense? So while you say that you're being the victim, I honestly think that you're feeling the pressure of everyone waiting on your back. You the mama possum type shit. The mama possum. I feel like often, even in situations that you don't really approve of or want in your life or take very seriously, people do rely on you quite heavily, and I think that the overarching kind of feeling is no structure. There's no I feel like often there's no structure can't speak. No structure to my sentences. There's no structure amongst you and fellow peoples. It just feels like you can't make people fit even into your schedule or into your life at times. It feels like either you're with you, either they're with you or they're not with you. If it just feels really, really rocky, really rough. It's like spines. It feels like spines on a rose type shit. It's like, okay, so it's so beautiful from afar. It's so fucking beautiful. Alright, but you put your fucking hand on that stem, you're gonna get bit. You're gonna get fucking and a bunch of blood gonna start squirting. I'm fighting eternal battle with myself every day when I go to work. People want to talk shit about my parents and I'm ready to throw hands because I don't know what I'm going through. I believe in work early, and the other day I felt terrible, but it was health related. That's okay. Now, honestly, I don't, you vented, but nobody else got a problem with it. I mean, do you feel like, I guess, messy because you feel like this is not like you? Because what I think is that this is you. It's just a part of you that you're trying to accept. You're trying not to accept, but you're trying to push away. Okay? You're trying to leave emotions in the dust. And, that's not a part of healing. That's not a part of self-care to you. To you, we're like, no, this is weak shit. This is weak shit. We're supposed to be the gangster. But that gangster also needs to cry. That gangster also needs to emote. That gangster also needs to relax. That gangster needs some type of coping and care. Okay, that unfortunately comes with a physical body. Emotions take their toll on your physical body. Stress takes your toll, anxiety, all of that. So now I feel like it's just a decision, right? You say I'm stronger than that, but what is strength to you, right? Is it putting on a fucking face every single fucking morning, putting on a mask and just, you know, being completely unbothered by the rest of society? Is that strength to you? Or crying all the time ain't cool, but sometimes it's necessary and needed. And for those of us that don't really cry and don't emote, like, I want to tell you something. That shit, it feels like so much build up in this part, in this area, that you're just like, what the fuck? It feel like a migraine headache, right? It feel like a fucking headache. To those of us with, you know, not a lot of... The only time I cry is really when I watch animals. Animals make me cry. But that's even hard. That's even hard. I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with it. Boo, is what I'm trying to break down. There's nothing wrong with crying. You're not like losing all hope of life and this and this and that. You know, I know you feel like you spiraling. And the doctor left and right. I'm on blood thinners and I'm all bruised up, and people want to talk about why. Okay. So they don't. Okay. So something that you cannot control. You cannot control the bruises, and you cannot control your current appearance. People misunderstanding why, and of course talking shit, talking drama, talking this and talking that. When they don't even understand what you're going through. They don't even understand it. They don't understand that you're trying to take care of yourself. They don't understand how hard it is for you to go to work. I mean, I'm sure on their own level it's hard for them too, but I'm saying they don't understand how hard you try to work. They don't understand what you got back at home. They don't understand it. And, you know, honestly, unless you're going to sit down and have a fucking powwow, a group circle with these folks, right, that you don't like, you've obviously shown distaste for, then why are you worrying about what they think? I know overhearing that type of shit is a bit much. It's like, okay, shut the fuck up. Like, why are you doing that shit at work? But like, these are all real, honest things that you're dealing with that you can express here. And I mean, in a professional place, people always gonna misunderstand shit, right? They're always gonna be nosy, always gonna be drama driven, always gonna be talking about something. They can't help themselves. Naturally, with something that they don't understand, they're gonna talk about. It's not that crying about that is bad or anything like that. It's more or less like your misery is also kind of being incorporated into this situation and scenario, right? You said this pay ain't shit, this job ain't shit, and the people ain't shit. And like, the kind of question would be, what are you doing about it? Like, what's next then? Because I know you can't. I know you need a steady payment. I know you need a steady job. But what's next then? Okay. I'm not saying you just sitting there and waiting on the motherfucking world to change. I'm saying you probably looking around and shit like that. It's just like waiting. I guess it's a timing thing. It often feels like, but like, don't lose all hope yet. That's hard. That's difficult. Because you genuinely feel like you're stuck, and like someone just ain't letting you out of the cage type shit, and you feel like you need to be saved. I just got done, talking to Moonstar about this same type of feeling. It's like
you wanting to be saved, you want someone to see you, but then you're also not saying anything. So how the fuck are people supposed to notice or know or, you know, want to sympathize or talk with you or appreciate you if you're not saying anything? That's kind of the, you know, I'm not going to say it's the whole issue, but I'm going to say it's a part of it. It's not vocalizing some of these things. And catch your fucking breath, right? There's things that you are obviously sacrificing right now for your own sake. Catch your breath. I don't know why you think that people wouldn't understand that you feel emotional or feel like shit, you know, about these types of things. I don't understand why you think you have to go into work and like hide yourself or shrink down or try to pretend like everything is normal, because it's not. Let's be real. You can't do as much as you could do before. You're currently trying to heal. It is getting really stressful. Like you said, the pay is shit. So now you need to figure out what you want to do next, and it includes finding another fucking job, for sure, for a fact. Okay, you just gotta stop testing the waters. Taurus, Scorpio, and Cancer going through stuff. I'm gonna say it's Scorpio and Taurus that are mucking it up. It's Scorpio and Taurus mucking it up. The opposites. Okay, the sister signs. Y'all is the suspects. You're hot right now. Put me in the damn box. I'm literally locked away from everyone. Welcome anything that I love. And they isolate me in medical records. The real problem is what? They say that you addicted to the power trip piece. You just can't let go of that pride, man. It's like pride in certain circles is great. Pride is good to have when it comes to, you know, just purely work. But when you carry this throughout your whole life, especially through struggle, you're always going to be disappointed. That's the thing. Like, you're trying to pick yourself up and dust yourself off, but that's just not how it's working, darling. Because there's other factors involved here that you cannot control unless you sit the fuck down and breathe for a second. And cry too. Crying is part of that breathing exercise. The real issue is that you just cannot. It feels like neurotic to me just a little bit, but you cannot accept defeat. The real problem is not only am I going to this afternoon isolated being in medical records, I feel like they locked everything back here about everything that was me. Now, I don't understand necessarily what you mean by isolated by being in medical records. You mean they're trying to separate you from other people at work? Has this been a conversation with people at work, with the higher ups? Your power trip is crazy, babe. You gotta understand that this is, you know, as much as I love to say tomorrow is gonna be a bigger and brighter motherfucking day, it's just not how it works, right? I understand that you're used to a certain standard, right? But you're under certain physical and emotional and mental influences that will prevent you from going anywhere. It's just bound to happen for somebody who pushes so hard and so rough on their body and so rough on their mind, right? You eliminate boundaries for yourself and think you could do the fucking impossible because you've done a certain type of living for so long. You've pushed yourself for so hard for so long. You don't see yourself getting older. You don't want to believe that. You just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and having faith that, okay, you'll last, right? Instead of making sure, like, being for shit sure. You don't look into yourself. You have a really hard time with that self-care shit. You have a really hard time with it. And it's not just about looking cute, looking pretty, looking this and looking that. It's literally about taking care of your mental and emotional self as well. It's hard. It's hard because, like I said, you, in your mind, still view yourself as the motherfucking superhero, the super spy. That's not the truth. And you're being shown that all over the board. You're not who you used to be, which does not have to be a negative thing. This is a part of, I'm gonna be real, growing up. This is a part of learning, looking, and listening. I'm not trying to make you feel small by saying that. I'm saying that's what it is. That's legit what it is. At work, they don't want me to tell what happened to me. I suppose I don't know. It's just like everything that I was passionate about, taking care of patients, and doing anything related to was stripped away from me. Okay, so are you going to have a conversation with the higher ups about this fact? Maybe confront them with that. Right, because you're not Superman. In reality, you're neither of those people. You can't be any of those fucking people. Fuck Clark Kent and fuck Superman. Why? Okay, Clark Kent gotta hide his whole damn life. Clark Kent gotta hide. Like, okay, that nigga gotta wear fucking fake ass glasses and a fake ass mask every motherfucking day. And, you know, a fake ass outfit. But in reality, he fucking Superman for real? You know, why can't he just be Superman? And why can't people just fucking accept that? Is he really that worried though? Hiding, hunkering down and hiding himself and this and that and whatever? I have addressed it to one person and it went nowhere. And you know what happens when something, you know, doesn't necessarily go your way, and when you need to start putting pressure, you know, like, you know that the time is run out type shit. You know the clock has turned. It's strike 12 type shit, and it's time to dip the fuck out. Like, you know that. You know these things. You're stuck with what you're comfortable with because you thought you'd be put in the same exact princess position, but that's just not how it works, dog. You're different. You're built different. You are different. Nobody knows your struggles. Nobody knows truly what you're going through. But you gotta realize that that's okay. They don't need to fucking know. And sometimes these aren't the right people in the right environment for you. Sometimes, you know, people just don't give a fuck about their motherfucking workers, no matter what, right? The motherfucker could have 2 broken legs, or, you know, 2 blind eyes, and, you know, a fucked up ear, and a cleft lip. And at the end of the day, you can sit there trying to glue yourself back together, and wait, they will not even blink your way, look your way, right? Get back to work. Like, okay, what the fuck is that supposed to do for me? You can't cater to me? It's princess behavior, Malibu, because you are so used to, well, one biggest one would be not having any large health issues at hand that are preventing you physically in some situations and cases to actually do and construct what you had before, replicate. You know, you're trying to replicate something that just ain't gonna be replicated. Okay, you're becoming an entirely different human being, and I want to say it's for the better. It's not for the worse. And I know it keeps feeling like it's getting worse and worse and worse. It's not. Stop holding your breath. Okay, stop holding your breath. It's crunch time. You are definitely and absolutely the type of person to light fires under people's ass. And that's exactly what you're going to do moving forward. You're going to stop allowing other people to light it. Making you feel cornered. Because you're not a cornered animal just because you crying, just because you feeling emotions. Right? Emotions are fucking strength. They're strong as fuck. They're what push people into their resolve. Like, you need those things. You need those things to even feel accomplished at the first place. So the fact that you're feeling them is good. You know, the fact that you're feeling a loss is good. It shows that you are emotionally alive and capable. I have to create it. I don't need to wait for it. I just don't know which direction to go other than to walk away. Right now, financially, I feel like I can't. So you feel like you can. Okay, right? Or you can, right? You feel like you can or you can't. These are things kind of that's the type of thing that we need to look at a little bit closer. Is it because you feel like you can, because this is what you're used to, this way of life, and even if you're being treated like ass, even if you're being treated like shit, even if your medical needs to be focused on, are you going to keep pumping into that fucking shit dead end motherfucking job? Or are you going to take the turn and be like, okay, so I might have to scratch and save. I might have to, be picking the coins up and whatever. But this is a temporary situation, right? This is a temporary, I guess, budgeting or system that I have to go through in order to find something better for me. Not only me, right? But also the people around me. Like, come on now. Also the people around you, right? And I know you think that you're like, well, I only think about these people, but you don't have a choice but to think about yourself now too. You don't have a choice anymore. That's what you got to understand. Okay? Said this whole temporary shit is about to have me evicted from not having enough finance. Okay, so there's obviously tension within keeping a home steady and safe, and there's also obviously people in your life too that want to see you do well, that want to see you more or less pick yourself up and dust yourself off. But if you're not really in the position by yourself, there, like I said, I know that there's other people around you for sure that have your back 1,000%, 100%. It's just that submissive position that's really bothering you. It really is. I'm being truthful. I'm being honest. You think that people out here don't have a heart, right? They have their own lives. I know you feel bad about that. Well, you got your own life, your own kids, your own family, and this and this and that. But like, do you understand that these people care about you and for you? They care about your health. Okay, they care about where you're fucking living, where you're going. They ain't gonna see you on the motherfucking street. I'm saying that submissive position that's scaring you, where you feel like you have nothing and you have to explain that to people, explain to them your situation. You're not fucking pulling out crocodile tears. These are real things that are happening to you. Like I said, people give a fuck about you. It's just that you won't fucking sit down and have that conversation. You refuse to. In fact, you don't want to make yourself look any weaker than what you have right now. Okay? Have you communicated with these co-workers? I should wanna. I haven't seen you in a second. It's okay that you don't like feeling weak. It's okay that you don't like explaining this to people. It's okay that you don't like it, but you need to do it. Like, initially, when a parent, I get wrong thing to talk about. It's okay that, you don't like something. It's okay that it makes you feel afraid. It's honestly okay that, initially there's hesitation. Okay? It's okay, though, that you feel cornered. Like I said. But it's not even that you need to accept those facts. Okay? It's literally just a simple fact that you need to tell people what's going on. If you don't, you know the consequence. Okay? You are feeling alone, but you're not alone. And that's key. Said they done so much already anyway. But you're talking like they in your situation. You kind of talking like, well, these people, like I said, these people have lives to live, and da. Yeah, they do, but you're somebody they care about too. You're a life that they care about. Imagine that. You're somehow, you wiggled your way into their life and made an impression on them in some type of fucking way. So if anything, at the job, at the workplace, they can also fight for you. They can also speak on your behalf. They can also push things forward. Okay, it's not only you up in this bitch. I know you like, okay, well, usually I'm the shoulder to cry on, lean on, whatever, talk to. Reverse the situation. It's okay. Reverse it. What are you asking for but a listening ear, though? That's my whole argument. It's like when you tell somebody a situation and they choose to act on the situation. It's not like you sitting there begging with your a fucking tin can out. You're literally telling somebody, and I know you trust them in aspects of your life, but you kind of held back because you feeling bad, and you're scared. But you gotta roll the dice here, sweetie. You are not alone. You keep saying that, but you're not. There's actually human beings out here who give a damn about other human beings, right? You don't have to be incredibly close. You don't have to be their motherfucking partner, their, whatever, like their kid, their this. There's other people out here who care about other people, genuinely. Right? Genuinely. It's not every man for himself every fucking 5 seconds. I know it seems like that and feels like that because, you watch the world burn. Okay? It's just not like that. Realistically, it's just not like that. It is not always the man's man. Sometimes the man fucking shakes the man's hand type shit. And that also needs to be validated in your life. You can't keep saying you're in a motherfucking prison. Because like I said, I'm not convinced that it's true. And I know that pisses you off. It makes you feel more afraid. And right now I hear sirens, right? Yeah, at least there's sirens. I'm going to take that as fucking confirmation. What has been the result of you just shutting up and keeping quiet and just rolling over and accepting what you got? That's what I'm not understanding. And I know maybe, you're going to wait a couple days or wait however long and wait until you feel more bold, which is okay, by the way. I'm not saying tomorrow you got to fucking bust it open or whatever, but I'm saying you can't wait forever. Okay, that's not an option anymore. And you also have to understand that there are other decent human beings out here who care about your well-being, care about your health, care about the fact you got fucking kids. They aren't going to sit there and point in your motherfucking face and this and that. They just don't understand. Okay? Because you don't say anything, you don't tell them, you're like, well, I don't want to get personal. Well, it's becoming personal, correct? Am I wrong there? To accept it is to stay in a fucked up situation. To not accept it is to move forward. But what are we accepting here? Right? It's like, what the fuck are you accepting? Are you wearing fucking blinders? Like, are you blind? Or, that's the thing. Like, what are you accepting other than your own realistic life? Your own life. I know you've never been put in this position before. And it's a lot. And it's heavy. And it's this. But you don't have the time yet to even accept it. It's not over. It's there. So look at it. You don't have the time to sit there and try to accept it and be like, well, I mean, you don't. So what the fuck are you doing? As a victim, the person that has lesson. But where does that come from? You aren't from some fucking princey ass fucking princess, some queen, queen thought, where you got, you put prioritizing your money over your kids' education, this and this and that. You're not that type of person. So where the fuck does that come from? Because you see people all around you in those types of situations. You're also the same type of person who would help somebody like that in need if you had the means to do it. So why is that not like a returnable thing? Where does that, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. We've all been in really, really rocky, fucked up situations, and I'm not trying to make that any less valid for you, because it is valid, and it is something that you're really, really going through. It's real life, okay? Make that clear. But at the same time, the suffering is not that you are accepting anything, right? You're not accepting defeat. I don't know why it's viewed that way. This ain't a fucking, this ain't a boxing fight, a boxing match. Like, nobody's trying to fight you. In a way, you're just fighting yourself, right? Just admit that people give a fuck about you, and that you need to tell them, even if it's a little piece, right? It's not like you asking for something. You just explaining your situation. Explain your health. Explain why you coming to fucking work with the bruises. Explain these things. You're not begging for sympathy. You're letting people know your emotions and your feelings. When, like I said, they actually do give a fuck about you. Not everyone's out here fucking ready to buy your violin and shit like that. It's not like that. Unless a person has, some type of prissy, catty ass fucking stick up their ass where they're sitting there and be like, oh, well, Malibu, I'm going to teach you a couple life lessons, and they sitting you down and belittling you like you're a piece of trash because you're on government assistance and this and that. Do you know many of these people that are surrounding you currently right now have been in the same fucking position? And like I said, if the roles were reversed, you know what you would do for them if you had the means to do so. So what is the whole princess effect going on right now? That doesn't make no sense to me. And I'm honest with you, I'm someone who's young. I have way too much pride, and I'm very, very, very hard-headed. But in my worst moments, in my worst amounts of times of my life, we're scraping the bottom of fucking trash bin or whatever for some fucking food in my mouth, right? In those instances and in those moments made me feel the most vulnerable, the most emotional, but also in a way when I finally accepted people's help, it also made me feel the most free. Because then I understood, I'm like, so these people have been paying attention to the things that I do for them. They have been, like, building a good relationship with me, and they have been paying attention to the fact that, this is a circumstance, right, that I can't change without someone coming in and helping me. And then when I change it, I'm able to repay them. And I know not owing somebody is like the scariest thing in the world, but sometimes acts of kindness are just owed with, or are just paid back with other acts of kindness. And it does not have to be financial. It could be simply taking someone out for fucking lunch, or y'all going out together and y'all sitting and having dinner together. Well, you make them dinner, or you make them cookies, or you make them a fucking cake, or whatever. Like, that's what it is, right? That's what it is. Like, other acts of kindness are usually repaid with other acts of kindness. You proved, like, not only have you already proven that you are a worthy person just for what you kind of have done for other folks or done at work type shit, but you're also showing them that you do have a vulnerable side, and you're willing to show them that amount, which they will be appreciative of, and more than likely they will help you and give you the fucking resources that you need in order to overcome. That is the fucking challenge, the boundary, the fucking hop, skip, and the jump that you gonna need right now. You do have people who care about you. You are not alone. You say you don't have a single friend, and maybe that's not what you consider those people, but just to consider the fact that there's some people who just are wanting to be kind, you know. Okay. Helping me through the whole situation is currently calling me on a weekly, asking me if I got my disability, going through stuff, and I can't help them. If they're calling you weekly, then obviously they're in a tough spot as well. But remember the choice thing that we talked about? They trust you, right? They trust you. They made the choice to trust you, and it's not the fact, I know they're putting pressure on you in some types of way because they're calling every week, making sure whatever. But like, that's, like I said, it doesn't trust go both ways. And like I said, they didn't go on an impulse and just randomly decide to lend you money. They know you were good for it. They know you're good for it. It almost makes me feel even worse. Baby, it's not like it's a fucking loan shark. It's somebody that cares about you. It's not a fucking loan shark. It's not someone out to fucking get you. Like, they're not gonna come to your house and start slaughtering people or slinging your name over online and be like, this bitch, that bitch, this bitch, that bitch. It's like, no. You've promised them something and you're going to repay it. It's just gonna take some time. If you haven't conveyed that, Malibu, like I said, if you haven't conveyed your current situation to that person, and that, you know, you're not asking for anything else, but right now you're just asking for patience, then what's the problem, right? If you can't convey to this person, you know, please, you know, by all means, like, I am going to pay you back. This is not, you know, I'm not trying to fucking gyppy scam you, this and this and that. It's just purely the fact that right now things are in waiting. It's taking some fucking time, and like I said, you know I'm good for it. Like, you know I'm good for it. You know I would do the same if it came to you, and she knows that. That's why she initially gave it to you. Yeah, you just need to fucking be honest with her, for real. That's what they're saying. Just be fucking honest with her. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. Because I've been all around old people my whole damn life. I know that, Malibu. Like I said, you are good for it. Do you understand me? It's not like I'm not trying to put you on a pedestal and say you're a good person, you this way, you that way. I just know for a fact, okay, that if the roles were reversed, right, or say I was in a really fucking fucked up predicament, like what you're dealing with right now, I know for a fact, right, if you had the means to do something, that you would, okay, because you know I'm good for it type shit. It's that type of shit, okay. You know that person trusts you because they know that you're good for it. You are a reliable individual, and you always have been and always will be. That part of you has not changed just because you're now put in a predicament where the roles are reversed. That part is something that you will accept after the fact that you're out of this hot water. But the only way you're going to get out of the hot water is by submitting. Right? I'm not saying accept that you're a weak baby bitch and this and that, because none of those things are fucking true, and it has nothing to do with this amount of vulnerability, nothing to do with like submission at all. You know, these things, these characters, and this thing that you make up in your head where you're like, well, you know, like I want to be perceived as strong. You know, I'm fine on my own. You know, I'm an individual, and I don't want to have to pay anyone back or do this. You realize you don't want to have to, like, I I feel like it's a commitment problem, that runs its course. You don't want to have to call somebody. You don't want to no, it's that you don't want to believe that you're important to anybody, that you kind of just been a shadow worker, you're in the back of the fucking bus type shit, trying to scrunch down and hide. But people recognize you, and they love you, and they appreciate you, and they love the things that you do. They see you, even if you're trying to hide, even if, I'm just trying to work my day to day and make ends meet, and trying to get my money up and trying to get my kids and this and this and that. People recognize these things about you. They do. Okay? Like I said, I wouldn't feel so strongly about this if I didn't know that about you for a fact. I know that. It's not like, I gotta stop with the shit where you're like, well, I'm just being stupid, or I'm just crying too much, or I'm a baby bitch, or I'm this, I'm that. That's not, none of those things are true just because you're crying. You cry because of the pressure, because it's emotional and it's frustrating, because it is fucked up what you're going through. But it doesn't define. Yes, the situation does not define you, and you are allowed to define you, and you will express things to others that have, of course, they've been in your situation before, okay? Of course that. They've been low, they've been scraping the bottom. They understand what that's like. They're not going to point their finger and be like, ha ha, oh my god, ha ha ha, so stupid. They just don't understand. Okay? They don't. I think once you get that off your chest, you'll be a lot more clear moving forward. And I'm, like I said, I'm not saying that you're putting like a fucking, you're not like some fucking tin cup loner out here trying to get some fucking free money out the sidewalk type shit. This is the good reputation type shit, where it's like you need to communicate with these people for them to understand who you are at the basis, and also for them to understand that it's okay to help you. It's okay when they see you struggling. It's okay to like come and talk to you, because that abrasiveness that you carry within the workplace, that abrasiveness that you've been showing people lately is not it's no bueno. It's not the type of shit for, like, it's almost egotistical in a way, right? And that I'm not saying that because, oh my god, whatever, Malibu or fucking whatever, the reason why I said princess, because I think that perfectly describes the emotions that you're going through right now. You're saying, I'm too good to be suffering. I'm too good to be suffering like this. My kids are too good to be suffering like this. Mostly it's them, right? Mostly it's you saying, my kids are too good to be suffering. Okay? Like this. I don't, I understand. I totally understand. You are a self-sacrificial person, but that come with the price of now the physical aspect. In dealing with all this all at the same time is really fucking rough, really shitty. If they could have dealt you some more motherfucking cards, like what I was in a fucking game for real though, right now. Smite me down type shit. But I'm saying, this is just a catalyst for a new person. Okay. I might feel like my kids don't deserve to be suffering in the way that they are. Yes, I mean because you feel like you're in control of all of this when whoever, whether you believe in fucking God or the higher power, this or whatever, fate, or maybe you just believe in how that's just the way it is. That's realism. Something kicked in your ass. Let's be real. Because it's all happening at the same time. And that's no coincidence. And it's not because you're being punished. It's because you're changing. You're going through a change. Now, maybe not necessarily the change, but you're going through a change. that will be so much relief for you in the life that you're leading. Okay? It's building towards relief, massive amounts of relief that probably are things that you didn't even know you were still carrying on your shoulder. Okay? Some people know the right people type shit. Looks like we're about to get some rain. Thank you, Moon. I appreciate you. That's why they call it death and rebirth. Exactly. You are becoming, it's like breaking yourself down, you know, breaking part of the foundation and building off of that. You are still you, you know, through all of this, you will still be you. You're stubborn as shit. Yes, I drank my coffee. I did. And I'm also drinking a little wine, which is probably not good to mix. But I'm not the type to get the upset stomach from the coffee and that. I have water right here. I think that you could not be in a more probably sounds like it. I probably sound like a fucking asshole now, but you could not be in a better place right now on where you're going for the future. Okay, like this is like, because I pick up from you for the very near future. It's like bees to honey. Like right now you're going to start attracting what you've given to other people. Okay, and I know it feels like a lot of you're like, well, all I do is avoid other people and this and this and that. You know, no, you've given a lot to people. You sacrificed a lot for the people that you care about, for the people that you love, and for the people at times that you didn't even know that you really consider to be important to you. So, like I said, here it comes. You know when you have your tie too tight, or you know you have a necklace or some shit that's too tight or too heavy, it's about to become a lot easier to bear. You're not going to be choking no more. Okay? It's like falling, what I can pick up on is the person who falls on their own sword, right? But it has a different twist to it. It's like, actually, it's like, okay, the nigga was like he had a little pep in his step. It's not that he was an evil nigga. It's not that he was an evil king or nothing like that. He wasn't an evil person at heart. It's just that the way that he portrayed himself in public towards others was cold and distant. It's that nobody really understood him because he kept himself at, you know, a length. And so once he fell on that sword, he needed a doctor. Right? He needed a fucking doctor. I mean, he's not going to be able to patch that shit up himself. Like, he's just not going to be able to do that. He can't clean his wound himself. He can't do none of that. Like, he's just laying on the fucking ground bleeding down. And until he says, hey, I need some help. Hey, doctor. Or until someone carries him to the doctor, he ain't going nowhere. He landed on his own motherfucking sword. It's like, oh, well, I know nobody, you know, I can't say nothing to nobody. You cannot tell me that there is not good-natured people just like you out there, because I know for a fact that there is, and I know there's people up in that bitch that absolutely care about you. They do. Happy to you by the time my birthday comes. Let's see. Repay the debts. Get rid of all this bullshit out of Malibu's life. Okay, change her life. Help her understand. Help her see what needs to be done. Help things move along.
help things move forward, but also help her understand why she had to go through these patterns. I keep picking up on bees to honey. Like I said, bees to honey. This is what you need to be happy and be free. Yo, it could give me chills. I just got like fucking electric when I said that. This is what you need to be happy and what you need to be free. It give me fucking chills. I just got a whole chill up my whole entire arm all the way to my chest. Knight of Pentacles. Look at all these people trying to help you. Look at all these people coming together to help you. Exactly. How you feel that internally, and how what people are trying to give you. Anyways, even if you feel like shit, they're like, okay, bitch, you know, all you had to do was say so. Ace of Pentacles. All you had to do was say so. Almost dropped that. Seven of Pentacles. Look at all the people helping you. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, no more retrograde. We over. If you don't. I said eye for an eye. And that's not meant maliciously. It's just what you've done for others or what you've shown to others, what you're capable of, to them is worthy. Nine of Pentacles. We got every single pentacle in this goddamn deck. Somewhere love me, or is it over? Let's see. Loves you, but it's over. Can't both things be true? Loves you, but it's definitely over. Okay, definitely some recoil. Rekindling right now is at an impossible state. This person loves you or loved you, but it's definitely over. I feel like this person now needs to find somebody to kind of mend the heart chakra type shit. They might be going to a doctor or going to some type of psychic or going to someone to kind of fix some of this emotional shit, to heal them a little bit. You know, I don't know if it feels different, you know, when you just to help somebody in addition to coming back and wanting to reward you. It feels weird. Because you've never had that, babe. You've never had anyone try to do that for you. To try to even be respectful of you and respectful of your situation. You've never had anyone. You've always tried to understand other people, but they never ever try to understand you. Of course, they've been curious, right? But curiosity is not the same thing as fucking asking, of being considerate. You know, that's not the same thing. So, of course, it feels weird. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just I'm just trying to accept that myself now. I feel like I've gotten pretty comfortable. Like I say, it's been a fucking roller coaster, but you know, it's same type of deal. I think we, you know, kind of fight through that pace. I'm very stubborn as well, incredibly stubborn. Some people don't believe me when I say that, because when I tell you, I'm like an old motherfucker, right? I'm like an old man, right? The one that doesn't want the IV, the one that doesn't want to, you know, Act like he's old. The one that doesn't want the walker wants to keep running. So I understand what you mean. Yeah, I understand how you feel too. But I also understand like what this is doing to you and how this is destructive versus being helpful. So how's the morning? I think it's been very, very affectionate. I think it's been very affectionate. I think that, it's been slow but very affectionate. And not in a romantic way, just in like more of a loving way. It makes me more appreciative of the people that come through, for sure. Because a lot of these lessons and stuff coming up, I take my pieces too. You're not old, but I have that. I feel old. It's just not a good thing. Okay, that's why I need someone to level me out. And let me know, nigga, like, come on now. And the only real people that I've actually learned to do that is just like people who also tell it like it is too. I don't meet a lot of people like that, but I have been lately, so I think that's a good sign. Not be disrespectful, but a listener. You know what I mean? He said very emotional over here, but good. And that's okay. No, I think a lot of people are just so afraid. If it makes sense, right? People that are stubborn come off so intimidating, right? Initially, at face value, it always seems like, for some reason, people who kind of go against the grain are like villainize. Like, it's almost as if we villainize ourselves in our own heads, and then we create more distance, so that we're not even able to communicate or socialize with the rest of society correctly. We always be having it on our mind that, oh, we're big and scary to these people, so we need, we need to change ourselves, or maybe we don't change at all. And it's like, those are expectations. Those aren't expectations of anybody. Okay? Like, those are your own, like, I guess that's the cage you placing around yourself, really. After the conversation, it was still, no, but it was flattery. See? It's been a while, huh? It's true about the expectations. I always wonder why that was, though. It's family ties. It's all family ties. Because when you're, honestly, like when your family is built to be abrasive, or when your family is built to be tall, it's not even about, I can't even say it's about like, mostly it's about ego. When your family builds you to be tall, or the people around you try to tell you, like, toughen up, suck it up, bitch, that leaves an impression on a child. It really does. Or if you've seen that type of abuse against men and women in your life, it imprints you as a child. Because a child is always crying. The child knows how to manipulate as well with emotions, but doing it innocently. There isn't malice involved. But when it's done out of malice, or when you see people treating each other a certain way, especially the abuse piece, it leaves an imprint. And that becomes your narrative. Not for the rest of your life, okay? But it's still your narrative nonetheless for the time being, until you change that tune. I think most people are hopeful that, like, you know, old things die out, traditionalism is going to leave us and this and that. No, but we're always going to have people that abuse their power over others, right? It doesn't even have to be necessarily childhood. It could even be a situation that you was with romantically or married to. So keep that in mind, y'all. It's just the impressionable shit, right? A lot of us still have a little bit of a kid in us when we try to aim for romantic relationships, because, you know, keeping shit fun, keeping shit fresh, that doesn't come with an old fucking grump, an old fucking grouch. And so, like I said, impressionableness, being taught to be afraid mostly of things that are happening emotionally for you. Be mean to yourself, be mad at yourself, get frustrated with yourself for being basically a human being at the level, you know, calling each other like psychotic and shit when people is crying, like, you're crazy, like, why are you doing this to me, like, why are you emotionally whatever, why are you emotional about this, that makes no sense, like, suck it up, bitch, baby bitch. Also, there's times where you're like you're emotional with the wrong person, and then you feel like you're too emotional because that person was able to drag you through glass. Now you just don't trust anyone. You don't trust that anyone has anything good to say. You just don't trust. After that point, you're like, well, I mean, I did deal with fucking so and so taught me to never give anything away to anyone. So and so taught me that, like, anytime I cry, then it's an abusive situation, or they be yelling in my face and this and that, or it's a form of, like, getting what I want, and every time that I cry, like, it feels like the person just gives in to me. It's traumatizing either way, like, any way you fucking put it, honestly. Any angle that you try to put on emotional abuse, it's all fucked up, okay? It's all fucked up. And it could be the most basic thing, and you don't really know how it fits in, but you know it's there, right? It doesn't even have to be a specific instance. It could be so many repetitive instances throughout your life that it has stuck to you like bees to honey, like I said. It's hard to trust, right? That's what I mean. Especially when you're a hard ass, though. Especially when you know, it's hard for you to have faith in people. You've just been disappointed so many goddamn times. But, you know, the key is not just to let it go. The key is to hold hope that there is a bigger and brighter situation out there, romantically, family-wise, and all that. It just hasn't hit your life yet, because you aren't finished seasoning yet. You aren't finished cooking. What I used to say is, you know, imagine putting the fucking cake in the oven and only cooking it fucking halfway. It's all goopy and disgusting, right? It's still dealing with the after effects. It's not to the point where it's like healed enough where it can come out of the oven and you can actually eat it without getting salmonella poisoning. But when that happens, it could still be a little gooey. I'm saying it doesn't need to be fully done, but it needs to be healed enough that it can learn from others. First came from family and the ones that I've cared about. Yep. And usually the direct stem is right in the family zone. It's right from the family, because they played around too much and tested your boundaries too much and fuck with you too much. I gotta piss real quick, y'all. Y'all relax for a little second. Alright. Hey now, what's going on? Usually these are pretty hard, like I said. It's real fucked up. Prioritizing others over you and then you get splat. Definitely isolated from 2 days. Yo, recharge. Beach or outside of the park. Fresh air. I really enjoy drinking. I just felt like I wanted to get a little lit, a little tipsy. It's not too early to fucking drink. Ohio River. I bet it's beautiful. What shows you've been watching on Netflix? I've been watching The Nurse. And also I think it's called like Golden Productions or some shit where he be selling some shit. He be selling a bunch of rare products from the past, some old relics and shit. He says it's 4:30 a.m. So definitely not early. Yeah, I agree. I thought about smoking actually. I was like, but that gives me the craziest fucking dreams. I like series. I like to binge watch. Do you like subtitles and such? If you haven't yet, you definitely should watch The Nurse. Very interesting. That's because that's an actual real story. I actually knew about the real story before I even watched the show, so I was like, whoa, this is really familiar. Very familiar. I'm honestly scared to smoke. Why do I feel scared? Oh, this right here. Yes, I agree, Malibu. Now I feel like it would definitely depend on where you're at with your health, especially if it's been acting up lately. I would wait until the anxiety's a little bit down, but after that point, absolutely. Does not help with blood pressure. Racing makes you fucking race. You said I only have Amazon Prime Video. I don't have Netflix. Yeah, Isabel. It's fine. Hi, Stubby. What you want? What you want that you can't go out there to get? What you want, girl? She's trying to come up here now. Alright, baby. Hi, girl. I see you. I think she wants to be let out. She might have to take a shit. Okay, baby. I'll let you out. I'll let you out. I'll let you out. I don't know so much about Amazon much. I do have it. And if anyone has any cool shows on there to suggest, let me know. I don't know much about it. Scratches. She liking the scratches and stuff. She love the scratches. Scratches. The family cat, yo. She loves attention. Even though, like I said, y'all ain't here physically, she already knows. That's why she be getting all over the desk and shit. She already know. It's like, oh, I know everybody gonna be on me and seeing me or knowing me, knowing my presence. So I know already. She just be like that, trying to knock everything over. Okay, what's your 3 questions? And thank you, by the way. I'll let you out a second, sweetie pie. You know you can shit outside. Like, it's right there. The window is open. Okay. 1 second, let me find this out. Let's do that. It's like travel. Six of Pentacles is travel, seeing different things that you maybe never been introduced to before, or seen before, or felt before. It might be like a feeling as well, a new feeling. But I say it is travel. It's related to travel. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, that does look like possibly Granny. It could also be your mother, but it is a feminine energy. The idea that somebody's going to teach you a couple of things, you know, teach you what it's like around the block type shit, teach you. Four of Swords, what I picked up on, because I see the bears in this card, is like brother bear, and there's a big bear, big brother bear, and a little bear, a little baby bear. Okay, and he's just learning his ropes, and I feel like that's kind of how you feel right now, trying to transform into the big bear. Five of Wands. Does look like your summer is gonna go well. It does look like you're gonna be coddled and treated well. Sorry, I got a little stubby here in my fucking eyeball. Just like you're gonna be coddled, and even more of travel vibes from this card. Because if you look at her dress, you can see a road. You can see the road. Okay, it does look like travel here. They talk about chakras aligning as well. Yeah, look, more travel stuff. Chakras aligning, you feeling a lot better. Being over the water will make you feel a lot better. Being away from everyone, I think you're probably going to take, I don't know if it's a social media break, or it's more or less like you're not going to feel locked up anymore, like you're stuck in one place. It's going to be inspirational to you. Seems fun. Seems a lot of fun. Yeah, they said go. Just go. That's what they said. Don't be buried and suffocated at home. Maybe enough surgery for my stomach later today, getting a procedure to see if it's necessary. Are they doing like a camera or something like that? One that's to do with your stomach. I'm also getting like on a Friday, a little look-see. Okay, Isabella. Number 2, number 3, what's up? Listen, I'm afraid to, because he said if I go, I may leave with a +1. I will go. Right? Just go and celebrate. The +1 could be someone you're not even fucking expecting. Doesn't even need to be important. Maybe you do date and that sort of thing. You start talking to people when you use over there. Right? Because maybe leaving with a +1 also means something a little bit different. It could also mean leaving with like some confidence, a pep in your step, so you can find the +1. Right? He said camera and acid test. Yeah, I'm getting the same thing done Friday. Good luck, Isabella. Actually, Empress, I mean, you don't even need my fucking love. The Queen of Pentacles, you don't need my love. As I said. So I take that back. No, I'm saying. You don't even need my fucking love. What you mean? You know, you're gonna feel, they say you will feel a little weak from this. Or you may will feel uncomfortable. But, you know, it is what it is. Say, well, I may have a man's. Well, many mans. Many wish that for me. If I can find no more, I can reach to the sky more. God on me. You can run up if you want. Okay. What's number 2 and number 3, Isabella? Have mercy on me. Have mercy on my soul. In my heart and cold. That's the one song that came in my mind. So I'm saying you could have many men. Many men. Stubby wants to go here. 1 second. Let me get him up real quick. I'll be right back. Calm down. You can run up if you want. I even got them a birthday present and they confess they have. Let's see. All I want for Christmas. Okay, it seems like you forgiving them. Or you trying to forgive them. I'm gonna be real with you, confirmation. You are not the only one, is what they be saying. I keep picking up on, because even the song that just came on is a little inappropriate, but they said, hot demon bitches near you. Like I said, this person, you are not the only one that this person be saying this type of shit to, though. That's what you gotta understand. You are not the only one. You are not the only one. They don't want to ruin their friendship. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be real. The type of mindset that this person has is that all females like you are the same. Easy to manipulate, easy to control. That's how this person views you. They view you as a bunny rabbit, like someone who's not hot-headed, pretty weak, and pretty easy to push over. Okay, now push over. Really. This is the way he views you guys. I'm being real when I say I'm not fucking with you. King of Cups in reverse. 3 of Cups in the reverse. Dealing with several people. I have no reason out here to come up with these motherfuckers. 4 of Cups in the upright. You're trying to become stable again. You're trying to become balanced. What is he trying to become? 7 of Cups in the reverse. He's trying to fly free. He just wants his freedom. That's it. He just wants to fuck who he wants to fuck, be around who he wants to be around, play with who he wants to play with. He feels like he deserved it. He feel like there's a whole safari out there, like safari animals type shit, where it's like every woman, every size, every color. They might have, different qualities, of course, but like to him, he views them as all the same. The Empress in the reverse, all the same. It's not like he's gonna complain to you and tell you these things. It's just particularly that he's not nice. He's very carefree and he's like a kid. I mean, it is a kid. Like maybe when I was talking about Brother Bear, he's the small bear and you're the big bear. It's like, okay. But I keep picking up on this very carefree, and it's not that. I think you like him because he's non-judgmental, right? That's how it seems. I think initially he's not judgmental, but in reality he doesn't understand the motherfucking thing that you're saying, because he doesn't look at it from your perspective, right? He doesn't even look at it from his own perspective. He just he knows how to cater and use his mask to get what he wants, to get people to care about him, and he knows he's the only one on your end. He knows that for a fact. He knows that factually. He knows that for a fact that he's the only one on your end. He's confident on it. I keep getting on one-sided bullshit. It's up to you, but if you have emotions involved, I suggest against it. But all I can do is suggest against it. I can't tell you what's up. You can go and do whichever you desire. But don't expect that situation to be exactly as you been wanting. Because it's not. They said do not do it. But, like I say, it's all within your choice. They said do not do it. crying baseball. I can't with you. What's your third question? You'll be okay, easy. Is that your third? How would he see the gift as? This song, man, it tells me everything. Listen to "It's Okay" by Danielle. You said name that movie. I cannot remember the name of that fucking movie if it fucking killed me. I know that it's Tom Hanks. I know for a fact that it's Tom Hanks. Because he's always in them cornball movies. And hey, if you like Tom Hanks, you're not a cornball, I promise. But I'm saying that. You have to admit, they were a little cornball back in the day. It's Okay by Danielle. But I'm not gonna lie, I manipulated him too. I mean, like I said, it's up to you what you want to do, girl. You're old enough to make that decision. What's your third question? You know, trust your gut instinct. You say you don't trust him. Trust your gut instinct. You said we go their own. Okay, yeah. Tom Hanks. I remember the costume, the baseball costume. I like Tom Hanks. Cause he's in some cornball movies, but he's very good. I mean, even in those. Hey, Queen Rare, what's going on with you? That sense, like, I don't know. They just really wanted to stick up for Tom Hanks. Hey, I don't think he's a bad actor. I think he's quite good. He said, "Hey, Zaddy, how you doing though? What's up with you?" He said, "I'm hungry. What's for breakfast, y'all?" I'm hungry too. I don't know what I'm going to eat after this. I'm gonna find something though. What you been up to though? It's been a second. How would he feel about the present? I was even going to send him pictures too. Like, would it be bad if it goes into... Baby, I can only tell you what's on the cards, right? And what's on the cards is that they suggest against it. Okay? Because you're not the only one. Okay? But if you want to go after something, you just gotta let your mind and your emotions match up. You already know that you're emotionally not there. Okay? I'm not saying you don't have emotions for him. I'm saying you're not emotionally there. I know that. As far as like stability goes. So maybe you should wait for that. And if he can't wait for that then that's a problem. Okay? That's a problem. I mean, it's up to you on whether you want to get in a relationship. I can't dictate that motive. All I can tell you is that you already know where your head versus your heart. There's conflict. And so if you want to go ahead and just jump in or whatever, do it. But know that there's obviously risk to that. Because you're also risking a state that's not yet healed yet.
It doesn't have to be all the way here to get in a relationship, but it does have to be, you have to be like aware, okay? Emotionally and mentally aware. Right? If you want to just fuck around and do your thing, fuck around and do your thing. So I would wait for that. Wait to jump ship and see what happens first. Okay. So how will he feel about your gift? Oh. Damn. How will he feel about your gift? Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Okay, I think it'll make him feel special. I mean, that's what you're trying to do. I think it'll make him feel special. He likes to feel that way. He likes to feel special. Like, you know, he's the only boy in the world type shit. Like, he's on top of the world. He likes to feel special. That's what it's saying. He likes to feel special. So, it'll make him feel special. Make him feel more, I think, I'm not going to say in love, but I'm going to say heartfelt would be the correct term. Heartfelt. 223. Damn. I'm going to say it's heartfelt, okay? You say he has Asperger's. He is special. It's gonna make him feel special. I would say just be careful. Like I said, be careful. Seems like things are moving quite quickly. I think sympathy is a big emotion within this connection as well. It's like feeling sympathetic, I think, towards people's situations. In understanding, I think from both sides that is kind of looked at as the primary, like, oh wow, you don't care that I'm a fuck up, but like that isn't always a good thing. Teenagers, yeah. That isn't always a great thing. I'm telling you, being fucked up, right? There's a couple different meanings to that, and I think, you know, through this connection, you learn that, and that's fine. I want to allow you to enjoy things. Because if you're enjoying it now, why not, right? Why not? It's my last year being a teenager. That's the shit that I mean. If you're enjoying it now, why not? Just be careful with getting your heart involved. Okay? If it's something you're just trying to fuck around with and y'all are friends for now, keep it there. Don't jump the boundaries and be like, oh, let's act romantic like we're in a relationship, but really put no label on that shit. Because like I said, he's doing this to several different girls. It's not just you. So don't finger out, you know, just right away and give him everything right away and dump this and dump that. This is your first time doing certain things. Enjoy that part. Enjoy that part. Enjoy. Okay. He said culture is freshly shade. That dimple on the chin though. Yeah, my dimple. It seems like more like friendship with benefits. And keep it, like I said, keep it there. Keep it there. Do not keep moving what the boundary is like, right? Because at the end of the day, obsessive people will drain you.
Okay, they will take up a majority of your time, and giving him whatever he wants, whenever he wants, is not always necessary. Just because, like I said, he's sitting there listening to some of your shit. Because at the end of the day, it's like, just because someone is sitting there, does that mean they're worthwhile because they're staying alongside of you? Because they're not abandoning you or saying that they're going to abandon you? Yeah, that's some deeper issue. And like I said, I don't even think you mean it that way. It's just fun so far, and so keep it in the fun range. And once it gets to like the deeper thinking range, where you're like, oh, do I love this person? What you mean obsessive with me? Well, I mean with women in general. Like I said, this is not just a you thing. I'm going to tear you down real quick and kick you off the fucking high horse. Because it's not just a you thing. This is particularly to do with relationships. We've already talked about the mommy issues thing with this particular person. But also purely the fact that he has an issue with being with multiple women at the same time and trying to garner, I think, sympathy. You know, like I said, a very sympathetic relationship, and I think this is every single relationship that he's been in. You're not the only one. I'm trying to let you know that you are not the only one. Just have fun with it. It gets addictive because he's saying all of the right things. Now, this doesn't mean that he is right in the head. I appreciate we both feel comfortable to talk things. We don't feel ready for a relationship and stay friends. Keep it there. Just keep having fun with it. Do not try to shift and change him into someone who's capable of being in a monogamous relationship, because that is not him. He is too young and too dumb. I'm letting you know that. He is too young and he is too dumb. He will break you. He will hurt you. I'm for certain of that. Keep it friendly. The person, he's not a child, does not change overnight. He's got years to come. Years to come. It's definitely been a Scorpio type of day. Definitely. You also have years to come, so that's why I'm saying have fun. Don't take shit seriously. Don't take it where it doesn't need to go. Y'all like each other, and that should be good enough to be friends. Y'all enjoy each other's company. See how long that lasts before it before it if he makes you feel special. But what I don't want happening, take this as a friendship. Just because he is a man, right, it doesn't mean you gotta switch up and you don't gotta do that. You know what I mean? Do too much. This is the first time you have somebody being like this, okay? And that means from the situation, you also need to take it easy. You need to relax. Don't fucking fly high, sky high, and then go down burning. Like, to be honest with you, I hate when people say, you know, and no offense, I hate when people say, no, you're young, live out your young years. Because some people don't feel fucking young, and some people go move at different paces, right? But at the end of the day, right, you still need more experience in dealing with a type of person like this. And the only way you're going to get that is by befriending them and being alongside of them for a prolonged period of time. Not in the means of romance, but in the means of just genuinely trying to understand them, communicating with them. Because there's still a lot unsaid and a lot hidden on his side, right? So just allow things to continue out to how they're being, which is fun. Once it starts getting scary,
pull back. You are not obligated to communicate with him just because, you know, you feel happy and cool in certain moments, right? Because this is the thing. If this is a situation where you feel happy and like you're having fun in certain moments, and not, you know, when you're with him, you don't feel that lightness, that fun, that celebration, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's an issue. Okay? You should always feel like you light around this person and not drained. Even if they were dealing with something rough and rocky, if the energy is returned, you should not feel drained. You should be able to take space positively without him getting needy and pulling on your energy. You should be able to work on things that you want to work on, even if that means not hanging with him and being around his ass. Okay? You should be able to do these things freely without having to consistently inform and all this type of shit. You are your own woman. You have your own shit going on too behind the scenes. It's not just him. You did a little gift for him, which is thoughtful. It's very sweet. Enjoy these days. I say that like it's the last, but it's not. Enjoy these days. Enjoy these. Never forget that feeling. Because that's a part of being, you know, enjoying your time around somebody and being able to fall in love with them. But the other pieces he does not have. The other pieces, the other slivers of the pie, he does not have at all and will not have. So this is a sliver that's being taught to you, and I'm gonna let it. I'm not gonna micromanage. It is completely your choice. I was dealing with a yoke in bed, but he acts like a grown grandpa. I call him Mr. Grumpy Pants. Different age groups here, y'all. He said, don't do that to me. Don't do it to yourself. That's the answer that they want me to give you. I'm not just gonna make shit up out of thin air. That's what's up. Maybe like either way, I'm gonna get hurt anyway because I'm a bit. And maybe, you know, if he isn't who he turns out to be, even in a friendship way, maybe you will feel hurt. But I also know you make it quite quickly out of hurt, Isabella. I know that about you. I feel like a crackhead. You know, what you need to hear versus what you want to hear is what they're saying your battle is. You need to observe more. You need to sit and watch and look and listen more. Because this person's energy does not exude balance. Sorry, y'all. They said this person is like Chuck E. Cheese. Creepy bastard. Too excitable, too happy for no fucking reason. Because there isn't a reason. Because it's a fake. It's fake shit. It's crackers. Ritz crackers. Tiger's eye. No tiger's eye. It's gold. Gold. I love gold. And these are just sterling silver with the little diamonds.
The man wasn't have to go into work for 3 hours and just stay home. Well, if you've come home, you're trying to unwind and relax, right? Because today has been a lot, because it has been too much, I think you should relax. I do. I do think you should relax. Remember, I was talking about that we talking around the phone. Actually, that's what I will have though. I have some right here. Second culture now. You have permission to act like a fucking crackhead. You don't need my permission, right? Have fun, by all means. Do not let certain news put a damper on things. As far as where things head, it's just with expectation, right? Don't expect it to go to some high place when you already know who he is, or not even who he is, how he is, right? Remember what happened last time. Don't be stabbing him. He's not worth it to stab. He's not worth the $25 lifetime. What if I went over and stabbed him? That's funny thing. I'm sure it's easy to want to do that. I'm sure, I know for a fact that you're going to meet more. I know for a fact many men, many. I always say you're hot in the pants right now. Cool down and take your time. Take it slow. She's exactly right. Your auntie know what it is. Hot in the pants. No, she definitely know what it is. Yeah, but you realize you don't see that a lot, Isabella. You don't see that a lot. You're a little sensitive over there. Believe it or not, this will not be the first time. This will be one of many. Hot in the pants. Hot in the pants. Make you all hungry. I am not sorry. It's good. is this? I gotta make something for breakfast. I don't know either. Probably eggs, toast, and bacon. Innocent baby wild job just to play. I think that's the funniest way I've ever heard someone try to say something like that. Oh my god. You've been rolling the dice lately, Isabella. I can't with you. Like I said, that's the funniest way I've ever heard someone describe it. Even at PG for YouTube. Alright, I'm gonna go make something to eat, y'all. I appreciate that y'all that came in and listened and you was chilling, especially y'all who got some readings. Those, like I said, those of you I haven't seen in a minute, you'll get reacquainted with my content when I post these next couple of readings that I got. He just wasn't fucking posting earlier when I was trying to get out live. Anyways, as I said before, I'm not brainwashed, but I know it's not gonna be forever. Because friendship maybe for a couple of months and friendship begin. We'll see about the friendship begin part. We'll see. Maybe this is one of many. One of many. You gotta just view yourself as chase worthy, because a lot of men will chase you. And a lot of men are going to want you. Of course. I want to go live again tonight. I want to go live again tonight. So thanks, membership and reading and cards. More long form stuff too. That's what wasn't posting. But I'm gonna try to make it post after this, and if not later, because it could be a weather thing. He said he seemed like a little doll. A little toy box. Fun to play with, not to eat. Spin my feet, I look forward to it, of course. I want to do more of that as well. I was thinking about that when I was thinking about Scorpio way earlier. And then a bunch of Scorpio energy came through. So, I was not disappointed. He said that fan made it hard to hear our members' content yesterday. Yeah, I know. I switched microphones. So the problem was actually the microphone itself. I just didn't really necessarily understand that. So I kept testing and trying it out, trying to figure out what it was. Turn on the fan, turn off the fan, turn on the air conditioner, turn off the air conditioner. Didn't really matter. The microphone just fucking sucks. So I have two of them as well. So thank you for letting me know. And I will do better in the future, for sure. I will listen to it back and test it before I actually film a whole reading. That's my problem. When I go outside, it's the same motherfucking thing. But I do have more membership readings as well. More long form stuff. I say, yesterday was all long form. That's what kept coming out, so I just kept reading and reading it and seeing what would happen. Or maybe update you. I'm good. Sure. Update me. Talk to me, y'all. I don't bite. I mean, sometimes I do not respond because my life. That's all I need to say in my life. But I promise you I will read it when I have the time. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you. Please visit me tonight. I'm gonna try to get on earlier tonight. If not, quite early in the morning, like now, like 8 or something like that. But like I say, I'm gonna try to be on top of things. Spring for me, and I've already told you that, y'all, it's heavy. It's a lot. It's a lot to get my shit together, all within one month, basically. But I'll keep y'all updated on when I'm gonna post in that. I appreciate y'all. Get my nails done and go to the hospital. And good luck. Yeah, get your nails did. Treat yourself nice. Stay safe, y'all. Make sure you're doing a little. Take a look around the house. As I was saying earlier, those of you that need to start rearranging homes or kind of like plotting and planning and scheming, becoming comfortable in a home that maybe it's not going to be your last home, but it's definitely something going to be in for the next couple of months, where you need to make yourself feel safer and make yourself feel better about the situation scenario. I suggested decor change or getting rid of some old shit, making space, because some of y'all are just in an enclosed claustrophobic area and you need more. Cricker. Cricker. Alright. Love you guys. Got me paying off YouTube after I said it. Love you guys. I appreciate y'all. And I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.